Okay, let's find someone who's got the oldest 1 rupee coin. Shake some change. Oldest 1 rupee coin. We know what 50 paise. 1999. Okay, 1999. Anyone to beat 1999? Anyone to beat 1999? 1 rupee coins. Come on, someone else is coming. Which year? 1997.
2025.
1997. Anyone else coming? 1997. Yes. Okay, 1 year, 1996. Anyone who's got a coin older than 1996? Congratulations, yes, one bottle. Having oldest coin, 1996. Congratulations.
This is a great navigator. And I'm glad that of all the people.
Well, ma'am, have the lucky glass with the butterfly on it. Ma'am, congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming here and making this night a wonderful evening of togetherness and celebration.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are winding up. But before we are winding up, can you hear me in the rear? Raise your hands if you can't hear me. You can hear me? Good, good show. Now, ladies and gentlemen, one of the last legendary icons of the Canberra fraternity was none other than Air Marshal Dushan Singh. Now, I never said raise your hands, but if you raise your hands spontaneously, that means he is really an icon. But before this gentleman comes forward, I want to say a few things of this icon of ours. After him, the Air Force did not produce any more icons. They said he's the last of the fraternity. And he told me sometime back, he had three loves. One was the Canberra aircraft. Second was 106 Strategic Squadron. And the third one was his wife. But today, this Air Marshal is celebrating his golden wedding anniversary tonight. Yay! Now he told me that his children are staying abroad in Europe, and they had planned a golden anniversary in some very wonderful locations. But this gentleman decided to spend the evening with the fraternity, which I think requires a big hand. I want to request Air Marshal Dushan Singh, sir, please come up and say a few words, and we want to honor you. Air Marshal Dushan Singh, sir, wherever you are. He is one who is respected and feared. I want to say respected and feared by one and all, including myself first. But last of all, he is loved. And I am again loss of words for me, but I'll hand over the mic to Sir, who is my ex-CO, commanding officer, and I owe in today's function, I worked on his principles. He said, Conrad, bash on regardless, and everything will work out. So,
Thanks a lot, Kanad. Firstly, I feel today is such a memorable event with so many Air Chief Marshals that the stars themselves have descended to take part in this celebration. When Kanad asked me, will you say a few words? I'm reminded of an anecdote. In the olden days, the Romans were very fond of feeding human beings to caged tigers. And the tiger, one fellow asked, last wish. And the fellow says, whispers something in tiger's ear. The cage is opened and the tiger just pounds on him. So people ask him, then he is a free citizen, ask him, what did you tell him? He said, you can eat me, but you have to give an after dinner speech. And that's the reason I tried to avoid dinner today. Well, today is such a wonderful day for me personally, and I'm sure for all of us here this evening, that it is full of joy and happiness, and we must, on behalf of the Canberra fraternity, I must compliment, thank and express our grateful thanks to Kanad and his team, how wonderfully he has arranged to get us all together here. There are grandfathers here, their fathers, and their children. There cannot be a greater occasion to celebrate. It is a fraternity, it is a bond. Because we all have one common factor, and that common factor is behind me, the wonderful Canberra. I can't help remembering that Canberra, the introduction of Canberra in the Air Force was the beginning of a post-Second World War modernization program. There was professionalism in flying, which was unparalleled. It did not exist anywhere else. There was sophistication, which we are not used to on the other aircraft. Aircraft flew at 40,000 feet, which was routine. Till that time, there were no airliners which flew anything beyond 15,000 feet. We flew long distances. In the same sortie, you covered 1,000 miles. And we came across new words, new technology, new kind of equipment on board, and which was initially all Greek and Latin. But as I said, this was the beginning of a modernization program of the Air Force, which carried on. It also produced the most wonderful people, a class of warriors, air warriors, which we all are, but, and I suspect, notwithstanding any religion, that when we talk of God, we always look up. And I'm sure we, as air warriors, are really true representatives of God. And when I can't help thinking, thanking, that I met today people after 30 years, 40 years, and it has given immense pleasure to see, because the common bond was there. Some of the finest hours, days of our lifetime was in those days. I feel young today because I think back of those days when I was in Agra, sitting as a flight commander, or where here my CEO, my guru, Captain Nath is here, commanding 106, whom I always considered that father of Indian reconnaissance. And there is no other air warrior who is so highly decorated, MVC Bar. And I have no doubt that at least what I learned about flying was from him. And similarly, it was always a pleasure, a duty to pass what you learned to the others who started flying later than you. But a common thing which remains together with all of us is the fact that we flew this aircraft, we met, we became great friends, and this fraternity will always carry on, and I wish it all the strength for time to come. One has been there, and I would say at this stage, if you'll give me 1 minute, I would like to interrupt and request my Guru to say a few words, because it is inappropriate on my part that when people are senior to me, I hear from whom I learned and whom I respected today. Group Captain Pawar is not here, but he is gone. He was the senior most amongst us. And here, Captain Nath is here, who has graced this occasion and increased our stature, our happiness, and our bond. And this bond is forever. May I request you, sir, to say a few words?
I'm speaking. I'm totally overwhelmed. Where nostalgia and the box of my treasure box of memories has just come open now.
Dushyant Singh and Mrs. Dushyant Singh on their 50th wedding anniversary, which is, by the way, tomorrow. And that gives us great pleasure in being able to do this, because otherwise, without this opportunity, it would not have happened. But let me say also one thing in the final analysis, that we have to have a vote of thanks to Conrad, Group Captain Conrad Dalton, and Mrs. Sandra Dalton. A very great vote of thanks. Without them, ladies and gentlemen, this function would not have taken place. You may look at me only as a titular head, but the work has been done by Conrad and Sandra, who is not here, unfortunately, on the stage to acknowledge your thanks. But please accept my vote of thanks to both Conrad and Sandra. Finally, let me thank all of you all for attending this function, because without your attendance, we would be lost. And I would like to thank each and every one of you all for coming forward and attending this function with all the difficulties that it entails, and being present here to enjoy the presence of your friends and comrades in arms, and to again look forward to a future possibility that we may have a reunion in the near future, in which we will have a memorial to Canberra fraternity, which has made this Canberra what it is today, a earmark in eternity, a footprint in eternity. We need to know that who are the guys who flew it and who operated this aircraft, not just the aircraft. And I thank you once again, and God bless you all for coming here and participating in this event. I hand you over to you.
Legendary icons going down the ladder. Give a big hand. Last of the Air Force found it not profitable to produce anymore after Air Marshal and Mrs. Dushyant Singh. Us to be present tonight, and I want to say goodbye, good night, and take care going back home. Thanks a lot from the Canberra Bower Association, Pune, India. Good night, and Pune, all of you, wish you all the best, good health, happiness, prosperity, and au revoir.
Take pictures, please.
All those who would like group photograph